Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or CarlHunga712. Today I'm bringing you some gameplay from my live stream I did the other night for Throwback Thursday. I hopped on some Ghost, and I played really well, surprisingly, because I took a few nights off. I was real busy with some personal stuff, so I didn't get to play any Call of Duty for a couple of days. And as you guys know, if you don't play Call of Duty every day, or if you don't play a shooter every day, you get pretty rusty. And you could tell a few of my shots here are kind of rusty, but then I end up finding my zone later on in the video and finished pretty good. I dropped just about 40 kills, and you'll see it basically be 2v6 later on in the game. So I think you guys will like the gameplay in the background. But today, I kind of wanted to discuss something that I've seen pop up quite a few times. I've even had a few buddies say this in the past as well, that since Call of Duty has gone into the future and since they've gone to the advanced movement, that we'll never get back to what it used to be, a military shooter, a realistic, or I shouldn't say realistic, but pretty realistic game, boots on the ground, no flying around stuff, none of the advanced 3D movement. And I really disagree with the people who have that opinion or who say that. Look at those terrible missed shots there. End up taking them out, but I really don't know how I do. But I like I said, I hear that all the time. We're in the future. We've gone with the advanced movement. There's no way you can go back. Well, why can't you? That's the first question I always ask. Well, it just wouldn't be the same. It'd be really slow. It'd be clunky. It wouldn't feel right. We're too used to the fast-paced stuff now. And like I said, I get a kick out of it because today when I was at work, I decided to hop on YouTube, and I was looking at some old Call of Duty videos. A lot of times I'll hop on YouTube on my break if I'm not studying too much, or just to kill a few minutes at work when I have a second to actually breathe. I'll hop on YouTube and look at some old Call of Duty videos, and I look at a lot of competitive stuff, old competitive gameplays. And the last couple of days, since I played Ghost, I've just been in the mood to play Ghost lately. So I was looking at some of the old COD Championship matches from Call of Duty Ghost. And I remember watching the pros on there, and of course, if you played public match games of COD Ghosts, you know that in pubs, the game played kind of slow. A lot of people posted up with LMGs, especially the M27 with that target finder. I think it was called the tracker sight on here. People would post up with that, and they'd drop a bunch of IEDs everywhere. So you almost had to play rather slow in order to do well, because if you ran out in the open, you always had somebody with an LMG pre-aiming a corner. But when I went on YouTube and I was watching some of the old clips, and I remember this because that's when I got into competitive Call of Duty, was during Call of Duty Ghosts. And I remember watching the COD Championship Finals. And I watched the finals again, and I watched some of the old clips. And I remember watching the pros just run around, shooting from the hip with the MTAR, just having fun. I mean, just fast-paced action all the time. Constantly capping flags because domination was one of the competitive game modes. In Blitz, constant movement, constant running, just nonstop. Like I said, shooting from the hip, running, shooting from the hip, asking questions later. And a lot of search teams played like that too. Really, really aggressive. Just running all over the map, just nonstop action. And I remember thinking to myself, again, I'm watching this gameplay, and what I'm watching right here is just as fast as Black Ops 3 and AW. I mean, of course, not quite as fast, obviously. But I mean, it's really fast-paced, and you'll see a lot of times with me in this gameplay here, when I'm moving around, shooting from the hip, doing stuff like that, I mean, the gameplay is still pretty fast. So if the complaint is, well, these old games aren't fast enough, I beg to differ watching all these old gameplays, watching the old COD Champs videos, and I recommend that to anybody. Jump on and the 2014 COD Championships. Go through and watch those old gameplays. Watch Complexity, watch Strictly Business, watch Optic Gaming, watch all those teams, watch Envious, watch all those teams play COD Ghosts and tell me that gameplay is slow and boring. You know, I can tell you right now, if you guys hop on there and go and watch that, you'll say, damn, you know, this is actually pretty fast paced. This is pretty quick. You know, I don't see where this is slow and clunky and why we couldn't go back to this, because it's crazy to think that. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys today about, and see if you agree with that mentality that now we're in the future, we can't go back to the past. Well, why can't we? I don't understand why we can't. With the next installment of Call of Duty, we'll have Infinite Warfare. We'll have the most futuristic Call of Duty we've ever had. We thought Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 were in the future. We're going way beyond that, just way, way beyond that into the future. So, okay, we're now in, we'll have to see what year Advanced Warfare is, but I'm going to guess it's 21 or 2200. We'll have to see. It might be even further than that. So we've gone, to, what was it, 2050 and 2060 for Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, and like I said, we'll be way beyond that. It'll be complete sci-fi with the new game. So we've had this new shit for the last, 3 years now, and you really can't go much further into the future than what we're doing right now, other than, it'll be full space combat. We'll be on planets somewhere else with ray guns. I mean, you really can't go any further into the future than what we're at. I mean, you really can't. So why couldn't we hop back into the past and do something different? Because I guess the past now would be different, because that was the biggest complaint every year from a lot of people, is that we keep doing the same thing with Call of Duty, which I didn't agree with that. I really didn't. You had a different game every year with a different developer every year, different weapons, different maps, different feel of the game, different net code, different DLC, different gun damages, just all kinds of things that were different kill streaks, support streaks, everything. So, like I said, I disagree with that. I know a lot of people say it was the same game every year, but of course I disagree with that. But I just want to hear from you guys. Do you really agree with that mentality that we can't go back to boots on the ground? Because, like I said, I personally think we will with the next game. I think now with all the backlash we've had, I don't think Sledgehammer's going to do that. Advanced Warfare got a lot of flack. If you go back and try to play Advanced Warfare, you can't find lobbies. You can't find lobbies. Other than TDM, you might be lucky to find some matches in League Play. But other than that, you're just not going to find any lobbies. So, in saying that, do you really want to go further into the future with Advanced Warfare? Like I said, I personally think we're going back to boots on the ground. That's my personal opinion. We'll have to see. But I just want to hear from you guys. If you guys agree with that mentality, do you agree that we can't go back to the past? We can't go back to a realistic, military shooter that we had in Call of Duty? I think that's total horse shit. I really disagree with people who have that mentality. And like I said, watching those old gameplays and playing these older Call of Duties, I just disagree with it. I mean, these games play fast. If you want it to play fast, it plays fast. It really does. And I've had slow lobbies in Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare as well. So like I said, I just wanted to bring you guys that and just see what you guys thought about it, what your opinion was. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd like to hear in the comment section what you guys think. And I'll see you next video, and Bo out.